back to my channel. Today I'm going to be telling you about my labor and delivery story. For a backstory for my pregnancy, it was a simple pregnancy. I only had nausea like from 6 weeks to 12 weeks, and then my nausea just went away. Nothing else happened in my pregnancy until the last few weeks of my pregnancy. I got really high blood pressure. I didn't have preeclampsia or anything, I just got high blood pressure. So I was put on bed rest the last week of my pregnancy. When they checked me that day, I was only at, I would say, 1.5 centimeters, because they said I was definitely 1 centimeter, but not fully 2 yet. So I had an elective induction. I chose to be induced because my doctor wasn't going to be here, and I really wanted her to deliver me because she was such a great doctor. She was going to be out of town the day of my due date, so I chose to get induced a week early because she was going to be gone the following few days anyways. We went in the 23rd. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. We went in the night of the 23rd at 12 a.m. Well, at midnight. They start the Pitocin at 1 or 2. I had only progressed. I didn't progress very much that night at all. Like that week, I didn't progress very much. I maybe was a 2 when it started. Sorry, it's raining, so if you hear thunder or anything, I'm sorry. That's why the light is so bad too. They started the Pitocin at like 1 or 2 a.m. It didn't really do much for me. They didn't have it very high either. I just could handle the contractions at that point. I'd only progressed to like maybe a 4 by 7 a.m. and that was a maybe. So when my doctor came in to check on me that morning doing her rounds, she broke my water when she came in, and I wasn't expecting my contractions to get super strong like that fast. Pretty much she walked out of the room and maybe 5 minutes after my contractions got really, really, really strong. I didn't have the normal stomach contractions like everyone has. I only had back labor. The nurse checked me. He was faced the right way. I just was having back labor for some reason. So with my back, with only having the contractions in my back, it caused me so much pain because I already have back problems, that to the point where it hurt so much I couldn't move. So I was laying on my side, so it was kind of hard for them to track the baby's heartbeat and the contractions with the position I was laying on and the way he was positioned in the inside. So my husband was trying to comfort me and stuff, but he knew not to touch me or anything because I already don't like being touched very much. And he knew not to talk to me. He knew not to do anything. So he tried to comfort me as much as possible without actually touching me or talking to me while I was having contractions. Grandma, if you see this, I'm sorry. While I was having contractions, my grandma walked up to my bed and touched my face, and I slapped her hand away. I was like, "Don't touch me!" But I was trying to be so focused into the contractions that I didn't even know what was going on. My husband said the nurse came in so many times. They came and talked to me about stuff, and I didn't even know what was going on. I was just trying to focus on the contractions, trying to get through this labor. When my husband stood up to stand next to me because I told him to, he said my blood pressure was super high. I don't remember exactly what it was, but he has a picture on his phone of it. It was really, really high. If you hear like little pitter patter, it's my dog. So after dealing with it for so long, pretty much I dealt with the actual contractions from 7 a.m. till around maybe 10. And I had to get the epidural to bring my blood pressure down because I was in so much pain. It just skyrocketed my blood pressure. At 11, when they tracked me, I was at 6 centimeters. So from 7 till to about 11, I progressed 2 centimeters. At like 2-ish, my doctor came and checked me after she was done with her shift at her office. She came and checked me, and I was only at an 8. So she didn't think that I was going to progress very much until I wasn't going to have until maybe 5. And she said that was still maybe. So she left, went to go have lunch with her husband, and then came in, and then maybe 20 minutes tops, I felt the urge to push. Travis went to the nurses to go call the nurse, and the nurse came and checked me. I was at 10 centimeters. And so I kind of freaked out. The nurse kind of freaked out. Pretty much everyone that was in the room with me kind of freaked out that I progressed that fast. So the nurse calls the nurses down there at the nurses station and tells them, call the doctor now. So they called my doctor. They kept calling her that it was urgent. She needed to get here super fast, that the baby was coming. And my doctor likes to take her own delivery. She prefers to take it instead of an on-call doctor taking it. So after that, the nurse put gloves on and stuff. And then I pushed 3 times. And the nurse was like, okay, I need you to stop. And I was like, what do you mean stop? She's like, you can't, don't cough, don't sneeze, do not push. I was like, okay. So my mom, my grandma, and Travis all could see the baby's head was right there. Like, it's like when you have a baby, it's open like that. Pretty much it was like right there, about to come out. But the nurse wanted to wait for the doctor. So I could, even with the epidural, I could feel the baby kicking himself out with every contraction I had. And even with the epidural, it still hurt because on my right side it was starting to wear off. But I could tolerate the contractions. I could tolerate the pain that I was going through pushing. So after maybe, it was maybe like 5-10 minutes after waiting, the nurse was like, we can't, like, he's coming, we can't wait. So she was gonna deliver, so she put a gown on and stuff. And then one of the nurse yells at her, the doctor's coming, the doctor's coming. My doctor, instead of using the elevator like everyone usually does, she used the stairs, ran from the bottom floor up to I think it's the 3rd floor. From the 1st floor to the 3rd floor on the stairs to come deliver the baby. She put gloves on. She didn't put a gown on or anything. She pretty much pulled the baby out and then was like, here you go. And Graham came out screaming. He weighed about 6 pounds, 13 ounces. And he was about 19 inches long. He was born at 2:43 p.m. on March 24th. My doctor said I had very minor tears, that they were pretty much just from waiting to push him out. But that pretty much it for my labor and delivery. The recovery was pretty simple too. Every now and then I would have, of course, the pain from the afterbirth and stuff. But the placenta and everything came out right after the baby, so I didn't have to do any more pushing. So in total, all I did was 4 pushes in a 15-minute period. And we left the next day, so everything was fine. But yeah, stay tuned for my next video. I'm going to be doing Graham's 4-month update, and don't forget to like and subscribe and follow all my social media to keep up with our daily lives. Thank y'all for watching.